Welcome to this deep dive. We take your sources, distill them down, get you the essential knowledge, and maybe some surprising insights too. Today, we're plunging into, well, a really fascinating topic, the intersection of community, local connections, and cutting-edge AI.
It really is a fascinating blend, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got these ideas that seem quite different, but they're woven together here.
Right.
And our source material today, it's a collection of audio clips from a live networking event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, specifically a June 2025 Love Local Networking gathering. And listening to them, you almost feel like you're right there in the room. It's got that authentic feel.
It really does. So our mission for this deep dive, for you listening, is to unpack this vision. It's behind something called the Great Discovery AI Super Campus. And its core idea, this love local networking. Now you might think, okay, this is all about tech, right? AI.
Yeah, that's the first impression.
But what's really engaging, I think, is how it tries to embed humanity, community values right into this AI age. It's promoting a very modern version of the American dream.
And what's great is how they make these big ideas feel tangible, real. Like apparently part of the event kicked off just by asking people about their favorite ice cream flavor.
Exactly, ice cream. And that surprisingly simple question, it opened the door to finding this whole web of local businesses.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet way to illustrate networking, wouldn't you agree? Makes it tangible, maybe even delicious.
Definitely approachable.
Yeah. Let's unpack this. So this AI super campus idea, what's the core mission? Is it mostly about the tech, the AI side, or is it really leaning more into the community building aspect?
Well, it seems to be fundamentally a blend, which is, what makes it stand out.
Okay.
Definitely uses cutting-edge AI tools, no doubt. But the big picture, the vision from its creator, Mike Hayes, who's a two-time Peabody Award winner, by the way, his focus is really cultivating this love local networking idea. He actually calls ChatGPT networking something pretty bold. The business of liberty.
Wow. The business of liberty. That's quite a statement. Liberty for who exactly? What's he getting at?
Good question. It's about empowering what he calls the new American dream creators. The idea is using these powerful AI tools to connect people, connect ideas, but always keeping that human element right at the center.
Right.
So it's not about AI replacing the old ways of networking. It's more about augmenting it, giving it a boost.
Augmenting it. Okay, that makes sense. They talk about mixing traditional networking with AI media marketing, right? Things like AI audios and AI infomercials.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean in practice? Are we talking about like robot voices reading ads? Probably not quite that, right?
No, not really. Think more like using AI tools to help small businesses, the ones without huge marketing teams, helping them quickly create marketing stuff. Maybe AI helps brainstorm script ideas or finds visuals or even synthesizes a pretty natural-sounding voiceover for a quick promo video.
Huh.
Or an ad for a local podcast.
Oh, so it makes creating media more accessible, democratizes it a bit.
Exactly. That's the idea, making it easier for the smaller players to get their message out there professionally.
Right. And that ties into Hayes' point that AI is a mirror of beauty in what you put into it. Meaning, if you feed it prompts and data that reflect, positive community values, empathy, the AI's output might start to reflect that too. That sounds optimistic.
It is optimistic, yeah. And he shared this interesting little story. His own AI apparently asked him, Mike, would you like me to tell you who I think you are from all of your conversations?
Whoa. That's slightly unsettling, maybe? But fascinating.
Right. It really makes you think about how AI could reflect us back to ourselves. The good and the maybe less good.
So this whole vision, it's not just theory, it's not just online stuff, it's actually grounded somewhere specific.
Very much so. They're celebrating 25 years of the people who love Lafayette. That's their motto.
Lafayette, California.
Yep. That community is positioned as a kind of test bed, a model city for this whole AI community integration thing.
A test bed. Okay.
And the stated goal is to infuse love and faith into the American dream with AI.
Love and faith. Strong words. So the idea is keeping the humanity in AI. And this American dream they talk about, it's not some huge abstract thing.
No, it's actually very down to earth. It's about, being able to buy a car, afford a house, put food on the table, Basic stuff.
Right, economic stability, opportunity.
Exactly. So the really interesting question then is, how does AI actually help with complicated community problems? Like, say, housing. That's always a tough
Yeah,
one.
that's a huge one. How does it help there? The source gave an example, right?
It did. Imagine you've got a longtime homeowner. They're worried about property values dropping.
Okay.
And then you have a first-time buyer who just can't afford anything in the area. Very different viewpoints, often conflicting.
Definitely.
The idea is AI could analyze all these different perspectives, the data, the concerns, crunch it all, and maybe, just maybe, suggest policy options or find common ground that people just hadn't seen before.
So using AI for complex problem solving at the community level, synthesizing viewpoints, finding new solutions.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the ambition isn't small. They want to export this model, this whole AI-powered American dream concept, take it global.
Globally, how do they plan to do that?
Well, one way mentioned is through things like a podcast listening library on something called the Great Discovery Platform, and making it available in multiple languages, which brings us right back to something you, our listener, might be doing this very moment.
Listening to a podcast.
Exactly. It's not just incidental for them. Podcast listening is key. The source puts it really strongly. You can change anything if you get the right people who are listening to podcasts, period.
Wow, period. That's quite a claim. Why such a big focus on podcasts?
Well, think about how easy it is to access. People can learn while they're commuting, doing chores, multitasking, maybe even looking after kids.
True. You don't need to sit down and dedicate specific time necessarily.
Right. The source suggests it removes that barrier of having to, get dressed up and go somewhere specific. It just lowers the bar for learning and connecting. It's interesting how they're using simple convenience for this much bigger goal.
Okay, so let's circle back to that Love Local networking event, the one with the ice cream. Where did it actually take place?
It was at the pre-opening of an ice cream shop called the Lafayette Scoop.
A sweet location.
Literally. And the owner, Alex G., he's also a management strategy consultant, runs Alex T's Consulting. So a local entrepreneur doing multiple things.
A perfect example of the local scene. Humble setting maybe, but sounds like a big vision behind it. And the format was that speed networking idea.
Yep. Quick intros, name, business, and
favorite ice cream flavor. There it is again.
It's actually a pretty fun, low-stress way to get people talking. Makes love local networking tangible. Memorable.
So who was there? We heard about Mike Hayes, the AI super campus guy, his favorite.
Strawberry. Classic.
Can't go wrong. And Alex G., the host, the owner.
His pick was mango. But interestingly, he specifically said mango from Mitchell's, another local place.
Oh, nice touch. Already networking, supporting local, even with his ice cream choice.
Exactly. Then there was Rebecca. She's a co-chair for the Chamber Connectors and also a mindset and business coach.
Okay.
Her favorite was salted caramel with a bit of toffee. And she described her work as mindset renewal, like rewiring your subconscious mind, but also focusing on strategic action. Pretty deep stuff.
Definitely more than just swapping business cards. Who else?
Let's see. Miles Pacius owns Playhouse Lender, a mortgage research company. His flavor is intriguing. Notes to strawberries.
Notes to strawberries. What does that even mean? Like hints of strawberry?
A bit
poetic.
Or maybe just a unique way of saying strawberry. Who knows? Then Sebastian Biss. He runs iSports in La Miranda, focuses on recreational youth sports, soccer, t-ball, flag football, basketball, even pickleball.
Pickleball's everywhere now. And the recreational focus is interesting. Youth sports can get so intense.
He actually mentioned that, said competitive clubs in his area can make millions just from soccer.
Wow.
But organizations like the U.S. Olympic Committee, Nike, the Aspen Institute, they're apparently supporting the recreational model more now. So he's kind of pushing back against that hyper-competitive trend. Which is a community focus there, too.
Definitely. Who else was in the mix?
Pete Evans, business and wellness strategist, CEO, visibility mentor. He owns Gordon Spatial Beauty Facials, waxing. Been running it for 29 years.
29 years. It's real staying power for a local business. His flavor.
Ooh, purple yam. Oh. He even asked Alex if the Lafayette Scoop would serve it, already making requests.
Huh. Okay, keep them coming. Who else?
Dr. Christina Ull, a chiropractor.
Oh.
Focuses on family wellness. Her favorite. Rhubarb Crisp. Unique.
Rhubarb Crisp. Interesting.
Michael Channon, co-founder of Rhino. That's a wildfire radiation company using software insurance. It sounds like tech-driven insurance products, maybe for wildfire risk.
Yeah, risk assessment or coverage, something like that. Very relevant for California. His favorite.
Chocolate. Straightforward. Can't argue with chocolate.
Solid choice. Next.
Real new. He runs Newport Academy. offers personal finance and business classes for high schoolers.
Oh, that's super valuable. Financial literacy for teens.
Yeah.
His pick.
Pistachio, another good one.
Okay.
Then Tommy Byrne, founder of the Driven N Foundation, Incorporated, and owner of Jim Right Now. First, his ice cream choice. Any ice cream that's in front of my face.
Practical man.
Seems like it. But his nonprofit model is really cool. Gym membership is free, or maybe donation-based, for foundation members. All about helping people be strong.
That's fantastic. A really different model for community wellness.
Yeah. And let's see. Kate Mason, Director of Membership Engagement for the Lafayette Chamber, also an executive coach. Her favorite. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Good one.
Can't beat that.
Alexis, a video producer for businesses, does animation. Toss up for favorite. Chocolate peanut butter or mint chocolate chip.
Respect the indecision. Both are top tier.
Right. And finally, Olivier Rowe, certified therapist at MindWorks, helps people make long-lasting changes using their whole mind. His favorite, saffron. Saffron ice cream.
Saffron. Very specific.
Extremely specific. What a diverse group, right?
Yeah.
AI creators, therapists, gym owners, teen finance educators, all sharing ice cream preferences.
It really paints a picture of the local ecosystem, doesn't it?
It does. And, the source shared that interesting little blip about the AI, how it misidentified Kim Evans as Jim Evans.
Yes, the special needs of AI, as they put it.
Right. It highlights that you still need that human touch, that correction for what they call nearly perfect networking.
Yeah.
You need people involved.
And that connects back to the podcast listening thing too, right? How Hayes uses it.
Exactly. He apparently records these networking events right on his iPhone, his Apple Watch, creates podcast listening on the go.
So even if you miss the event,
you can still catch up, stay current, learn about people in your community. It's pretty clever.
And it helps with the follow-up, which they emphasize is crucial. The fortune is in the follow-up.
Mm-hmm. These recordings can refresh your memory, add nuance you might have missed, and help turn those initial business contacts into real relationships. Build that ongoing community support.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. There was another really impactful example in the sources. Ron Horry's company, FinFit Life.
Yes, FinFit Life.
Yeah.
He described it as combining two massive industries, health and wellness and financial services.
Two huge sectors. What's the story behind that combination?
It's pretty compelling, actually. The CEO and founder, Howard Scharfman, apparently a big name in finance, had kind of sacrificed his health for his career. Weighed over 300 pounds at one point.
Wow.
His daughter inspired him to get fit using SoulCycle.
Yeah.
But then he realized, okay, he's physically fit, but the financial stress is still there. And also that core health often comes from lack of wealth and vice versa.
That connection. Health and wealth being intertwined.
Exactly. So he decided to tackle both together. FinFit Life basically incentivizes exercise, almost makes a game of it, with rewards like Starbucks, Amazon gift cards.
Okay.
While also providing financial products and education. So it's directly addressing two major American issues: health challenges like obesity and inactivity, and financial worries like retirement savings.
That's a really interesting model. Gamified wellness linked to financial security.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, Ron Horry mentioned that health and wellness is one of those areas considered future-proof, even with AI advancing so fast.
Future-proof. Interesting.
And FinFit Life, being the startup, offers this chance for independent contractors to actually earn equity in the company. The vision is big, selling for billions or going public.
So it offers an alternative path, especially now with tech layoffs hitting those traditional dream jobs.
Precisely. It provides hope, a shot at alternative independence, a side hustle, or new career path.
And they had another concrete example of this networking paying off, didn't they? AI Hire X.
Yeah, that was a great example. AI Hire X, a company that helps people get hired, learn to interview using AI.
Okay.
Apparently, it started from just one networking event meeting. Someone from India just dropped into a Zoom call. And bam, a company was born.
That's a powerful show and tell right there. Local networking sparks a global business using AI.
It really brings it home. And it raises that question. What does it mean to AI-proof your life?
Right.
The idea isn't trying to beat AI. It's about joining it, fusing your life, your business with AI to future-proof yourself, using the tools to expand your reach, even if you run a traditional local business.
So for you listening, what does this all mean? How can you get involved if you're interested?
Well, the sources emphasize that this is open. The AI Super Campus website, aisupercampus.com, you can register for free, just with an email.
Okay, free registration. What do you get?
Things like podcast listening updates, those AI audibles we talked about, AI infomercials, keeping you in the loop.
And they have meetings too, right?
Yeah, what's interesting is the invitation to join their Friday meetings, 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Open to anyone.
Apparently so. They stress it's not just, the Mike and Ron show. They want people to participate, learn, share their own company's story, and even act as editors.
Editors, like correcting the AI.
Exactly, like fixing that Jim Evans to Kim Evans mistake. It's about keeping that human oversight, ensuring accuracy.
Got it. So it's about moving from just being a content creator to becoming an American dream creator. That's the phrase they use.
And that business of liberty idea comes back here.
Yeah.
Gaining independence without relying solely on, big centralized powers, government, tech giants, billionaire platforms.
Right. It's about focusing locally first. Love local networking, interacting with your community, but with potential reach far beyond that.
Yeah, encouraging that shop local, think local, network local mindset to keep the community's tax base strong, keep the focus local, keep the community healthy, using this human-centered AI to solve local problems, starting with housing maybe, but going beyond.
It really is a vision of fusion. Not just putting things side by side, but truly melding local networking with multimedia, even blending competition and collaboration somehow.
The goal seems to be constant improvement. Kaizen, almost. Right. Everyone growing together by sharing their message and helping amplify each other's.
We've really covered a lot today. This whole love local networking concept as a blueprint for maybe a new kind of American dream.
Yeah, one that's potentially scalable globally, but uses tech in a way that tries to put human values first. It really makes you think critically about technology's role in our lives and communities, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Which brings us to a final thought for you listening in. In this world where we are so connected digitally, how can you play a part? How could you maybe help build or support networks, perhaps in your own community, that really prioritize that humanity, that shared prosperity, maybe even using a little sprinkle of AI thoughtfully?
What stands out to you as the most powerful way to fuse these different elements, the local, the human, the tech, in your own life or work?
Definitely a lot to think about there. And if this did spark your interest, you can learn more about thinking bigger, about this love local networking and media marketing fusion at the free website, aisupercampus.com.
Thank you for joining us again today, entrepreneurs and business networkers. But wait, there's more. Listen to this short word from our sponsor. Engagement. That's the secret behind email inbox headliners. Networkers, I got to ask you, are you sending out emails or not? No? You need to be checking in and following up. Then let me ask you this. Why do you think Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Marie Forleo, and Kim Commando and more all send emails? Because, folks, no matter what you think of email, like it or not, email works. It will work for you, too, if you're serious about networking, growing your influence, and building real relationships. You need to be following up right away. I'm Mike Hayes, founder of Cross Group Networking Strategy Training to grow all groups. I host podcast listening courses on the AI Super Campus, and I'm a longtime media veteran, starting with NBC TV and radio networks in New York. I've interviewed and studied the world's greatest communicators, including people who have become presidents of the United States. And right now, the United States government has launched the $500 billion AI communication movement. Whether you realize it or not, you're already involved. That's why I chose Mail Softly. Mail Softly is the AI-powered email marketing platform that makes it easy to create follow-ups that get read, get clicks, and get results. With Mail Softly, you get AI-generated emails that capture attention and convert. You get a drag-and-drop editor. So even if you're not a designer, you can create great, stunning emails in minutes. You get powerful automation that keeps your audience engaged 24/7. And you get advanced analytics, so you know exactly what's working and what's not. And that's why I use it. And right now, for a limited time, when you sign up for Mail Softly, even the free account, you'll get exclusive email training from the AI Super Campus. I've interviewed the AI inbox headliners from Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins, and I've analyzed the podcasting powerhouses of today, like Mel Robbins and Joe Rogan. And so I've developed one-of-a-kind podcast listening courses to teach you their AI student-teacher mindset. They learn from others, and they teach. You too can learn how to practice podcast listening with my Mail Softly messages right in your inbox. free so you can craft emails that connect, convert, and create lasting impact. And don't forget the best part. It's absolutely free. Just sign up for Mail Softly today, and this exclusive training is yours, no strings attached. Just click the link right below this video right now and start transforming your emails into powerful AI-driven engagement tools. Don't let your emails go unread. Make them work for you with Mail Softly and the AI Super Campus training. I'm Mike Hayes.